Stay tuned as we check out this Marvel Legends Hercules from the Armored Thanos Build-A-Figure wave. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today our Marvel Legends reviews continue with this Avengers wave, the Armored Thanos Build-A-Figure wave. And in front of me we have a comic book character. We have Hercules. Well, he's so much more than a comic book character, let's be honest, but Marvel have put their twist on Hercules, and I will do a Who Is He segment on this guy, explaining how he relates to the Marvel Universe. And this seems to be the sleeper hit of the wave. A lot of people are praising this figure. Much needed update for Hercules from, I thought it was Toy Biz, but it wasn't. It was Hasbro in the dark days of Marvel Legends re-released, well, they made a Hercules, and now we have this re-release, and it looks very, very nice. So, yeah, he comes with a couple of weapons. We get like an axe sort of thing and a sword, and of course you get that Armored Thanos head with his helmet on, some interchangeable hands. So yeah, this looks fun. So as I said, it's got the Hercules logo there. You get a picture of Hercules on the back, and then on the back it says, an immortal champion of Olympus, Hercules uses his immense strength to battle evil and protect the world. And as always, you get a list of all the figures in this wave you need to complete the Armored Thanos Build-A-Figure. Today we're reviewing Hercules. So as I said, this could be the sleeper hit of the wave. Let's find out and open them up. And here we have Hercules out of the box, and I can understand straight away, just having this figure in hand for a few minutes, how it's everyone's favourite comic figure, or maybe favourite figure from this wave in all, because it's a solid looking figure. There's not much to complain about. It looks like the Hercules from the modern comics. He even has his little man bun, whether you love it or hate it. Yeah, it's a solid, beefy figure. He is the son of Zeus after all, so he has to be. He's got some weapons, some interchangeable hands. But of course, he also comes with a Build-A-Figure piece for the Thanos Build-A-Figure. So as always, people, subscribe to the channel and come back, as I will be doing a full review of this Armored Thanos once I've looked at the rest of the figures in this wave. And he looks beefy. So, yeah, so as I said, looking at Hercules, he comes with two interchangeable hands. So he comes with two fisted hands. And I'm terrible at playing that game if these body molds have been used before. I know I have virtually every Marvel Legend, but it's just something I don't pay attention to. But has this body mold been used before? I'm assuming it has, but definitely not in a skin tone colour. He's even got a bit of a hairy chest there as well. And he looks very muscly, as he should do. On the back, he's got like a harness for his swords. So I'll put them in a minute. And again, two fisted hands and then two hands so he can hold his weapons, obviously. So let me zoom in and show you all this beautiful detail we have on Hercules. Here we have a closer look at Hercules, and I really do like that head sculpt. I like the way the hair's sculpted, the face looks really good. Yeah, not much to complain about at all. This harness on the Hercules, I'm assuming it will come off somewhere. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. So it untabs here. There you go, see it? Untabs there. So you could take the harness off if you just wanted a bare-chested Hercules. I'm not going to bother because I quite like the harness because it's got weapon storage on. So let's have a quick look at those weapons. He comes with a sword. Not that he needs it, it's Hercules after all, but yeah, he comes with a sword. Just silver, a bit of gold there at the bottom. And it's got a few marks and scruffs on it, so it has been in battle. And then he also comes with this giant mace, or heavy mace, or big mace. It's a mace anyway. And again, that's just silver with some scruffs again, and then with the brown sort of wooden handle. But of course, he's got his two fisted hands on, so we can't hold them, but that's not a problem. Let's take one of the hands off. And you can see it's got these little cuff pieces, and I think these come off. Yep, they do. So you could take them off if you're not a fan of those. Let's get one of these hands on. And again, anyone with any Marvel Legend will know how to swap on a hand. Just be careful you don't break it. So let's get him holding his heavy mace. There you go. So the hands pry open quite easily. And now we have Hercules holding his mace. Not a problem. But as I mentioned earlier, on the back, he does have weapon storage. One for the sword and for the mace. So you can see there, both got slots in them. So there, the sword can slot in there. I have to take the mace back. I'm assuming the mace will go in there. Yeah, bit of pressure. And it will go in. A little bit of force, it does go in. There you go. So there you go. Hercules can hold his mace and his sword on his back. Not a problem. And yeah, Hercules is looking very nice, not going to lie. And a decent paint job as well. Trousers are just simple. He's got some sort of knee pads and some boots. Like a modernised, as I said, a modernised Hercules, definitely in the comics. I think he's in the Avengers currently. So he's got a little, I don't even know what that symbol is, but it looks like some sort of face there on the bout. But I like the colour choices. And yeah, definitely think this guy is going to stand out on your display. So Hercules is a god after all, a demigod at least. And he is just under 7 inches tall. So he will stand taller than your average Marvel legend. And look, I just think it looks really good, even just posed like that. Hercules is an interesting character, just like Thor. He's based on real life myths, but obviously Marvel put their own twist on it. So I guess this is the perfect opportunity to go back into a section I like to call Hercules. Who is he?
This is the part of the video where we ask the question, who is he? And I try and give you a little bit of information about the character this figure is inspired by. So, Hercules, who is he? Well, obviously, Hercules is adapted and inspired from Greek and Roman mythology, but with a Marvel twist. His first main appearance was Journey into Mystery Annual #1 in 1965, where he was first portrayed as a rival to Thor. Hercules possesses superhuman strength, durability, speed, reflexes, stamina and endurance, and will make a fine member of any team, including, currently, the Avengers.
There you go, so I hope that helped. Again, I do not claim to be an expert, but it is nice to have a little bit of information about the characters these figures are inspired by. And Hercules, let's be honest, if you're a Marvel fan or not, I'm sure you might have heard of Hercules at some point. But yeah, I don't talk about articulation much. You know I find that a little bit boring to watch. But this figure does have plenty of good articulation for a big figure. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. Definitely going to get him in some dynamic fighting poses with those big weapons. And I love how you can store the weapons on the back. They don't fall off or anything. They nearly did then. No, it's not going to fall off. Because I always lose, well, I don't lose accessories, but it's nice that I can store the weapons for a figure on the figure, just so every now and then I can walk past the display and switch it up if I want to. But yeah, really liking this Hercules. I can understand why it's people's favourite from the wave. Definitely better than that version we had from Hasbro. So let's compare him to some more godlike beings. And first, let's go Ares, based on similar myth, of course, the god of war. And he is a little bit chunkier than Hercules. If I take the helmet off, you can see he stands a little bit taller, only just so, than Hercules. But with the helmet on, he obviously looks bigger. And then another famous Marvel character based on our real life myths. It is, of course, the god of thunder. So these are based off different mythology, of course. They're not all from the same. I think one's Greek and Roman and whatnot. But yeah, that's a whole different story. But these look really good together. Look forward to getting that updated Thor from the 80th anniversary line coming this summer. That will pair really great with this Hercules, I think, as they've definitely done battle in the past. But yeah, these three look great. And lastly, here we have Hercules compared to all the other figures from this Armoured Thanos wave that I have reviewed so far. And it's a bit of an unfair comparison because obviously these are MCU figures. This is a comic-based figure, but it's still nice to look at how the wave has come together. I really do think this is a good wave. I just think people are not so familiar with some of the comic book characters, which is putting them off a little bit. But look at these. So far, so good, people. I'm not complaining at all. So, as always, you let me know in the comments below, what do you think of these figures? Well, this figure in particular. Really liking this Hercules. Is it the standout of the wave? I do think so. I think people are going to be very happy with this when they get it in hand. Plenty of posing opportunity for you ACBA people. But yeah, you let me know in the comments below, is this the best in the wave? And as always, people, please make sure you hit that subscribe button as I try and get through the rest of these figures now. Who is he segments with all the other comic book figures. So yeah, if you enjoy them, please let me know because they take a little bit of time. So I always appreciate your feedback. But yeah, until then, people, hit that subscribe button and I shall see you on the next one.